It's Fernando Ruiz Art. Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. And today what we're doing is we're continuing our, center this a little better, we're continuing our studies of Minions. And now if you've been watching my videos, you may have seen one of my videos from a couple of weeks ago, and I'll certainly link to it in the description below, where I drew your generic little basic yellow minion. And in that video I talk about how popular Minions are. And I say this as though it's a surprise to the world, but it's certainly a surprise to me. Because I don't draw Minions too often, but I found that at conventions, Minions are very well received, and they are also great attention getters. So when I draw Minions and I put them out on my table, they stop a lot of traffic, so that's great. One of the things that does really well are Minion mashups, where I take the Minions and I combine them with other characters. So for example, what I'm doing here is started out with a kind of a basic oval. This is your basic shorter Minion. They tend to be either short and round like this guy or tall. And what I'm gonna do with this guy is I'm gonna turn him into Archie. That's right, Archie, that Archie. So let me see. Yep, Minions have arms. So I've got my basic Minion body down. So now what I need to do is add the accessories, which will make him seem Archie-like. So he's got a basic body down. What I want to do is give him kind of the Archie hair. And Archie's hair are these puffs of hair, these two big clumps of hair in the front. So I'm gonna put that on him. And then I'm gonna get my eraser, take out some of these lines that I no longer need. A little bushy in the back, and then of course the signature tic-tac-toe mark. So whenever you do these mashups, you kind of have to pick and choose from the two characters you're mashing up. So I want the traits of Archie, and I also want the traits of the Minion too. So I'm looking over here at my Minion reference, and they have these little rounded teeth, so I'll give them that. And then I'll give him a few Archie freckles, and he's pretty Archie-fied. Minions have fairly long arms compared to their bodies. So I'm gonna give him his arms, give him a little bit of a curve to his body. And I wanna indicate that he's wearing pants. And to really make this real Archie-ish, let me give him his hands first. Do they always wear gloves? Do they always wear black gloves? Well, he's Archie-fied, so his hands will be bare. This is one where I'll borrow from the Archie menu. So there we go. His hands are bare. Now also, what will also Archie-fy him a bit is if he's wearing Archie's classic black Riverdale high sweater. And because this guy is a tiny little Minion, and his body is short, I will simplify the R into a lowercase r. And that's actually something that I stole from the great Bob Bowling. Bob is he is still an Archie artist. He's the guy who really he created the concept of little Archie, where Archie was a little boy, and he really put little Archie on the map. And Archie, Bob is 90 plus years old, but God bless him, he still will write and draw about a story a year, once a year, just to keep his hand in. He sends in a story. So good for him. So there he is with his sweater. And these guys have these tiny little legs. That's fine. These tiny little legs. And just to, again, keep him as classic Archie, let me see his feet. Feet are even tinier. And I'm just going to keep the feet, these black little shapes. No need to get fancy there. But the pants, just to make it really Archie-fied, in classic Archie, Archie always wore these orange pants with a grid on them. So I'm just going to throw the grid down on these pants. And hopefully he'll look nice and Archie-fied. What do you think? Does he look like an Archie minion? What do you think? If not, you know what'll really sell him as an Archie minion? If right next to him we had his pal. And for this we'll go with a tall minion. And we'll go with one of the one-eyed minions. He'll be tall, he'll be slouching. He will have that heavy-lidded, sleepy eye look, because this guy is going to be somebody really in particular. And you may have guessed who this is going to be. And we'll give him his goggles. And, of course, and this is going to give it away. You tell who it's going to be. No Googling. That's right. This is the Jughead minion. Oh, there we go. Be able to tell if you could see it. There it is. The Jughead hat. And we'll give him a very classic Jughead expression. That sort of blasé look. And we'll give him a Jughead sweatshirt. And as usual, he'll just have his hands in his pockets. And the good thing about trying to duplicate a Jughead minion, Jughead's pants are black. Historically, classically, his pants are black. So we don't have to get too fancy there. Let me try and get him a little bit more minion shaped. And since his pants are black, I can just shade all that in. His hands are in his pockets. Got the strap going around his head for his goggle, his one goggle. He's got the hat on his head. Oh, let's show that again. Hat on the head. There we go. And of course, the S on his sweater. Maybe make his pants a little baggier, just to make it more Jughead-ish. So, there we go. Get my eraser, clean up some of the smudges a little bit. And what I would do, and I think I will most likely color in these guys, ink and color them in. So I really want to tighten up the goggles. So that's why I'm using my ellipse templates here, so that the goggles aren't just willy-nilly free-handed, so that they've got a definite shape to them. There we go. I'm a big fan of my templates, my ellipse templates. I think everybody needs to have a good collection of these ellipse templates, and I know they're not cheap. They're expensive, but they are very useful, because sometimes you can't get away with just freelancing your circles and your ellipses. Sometimes they have to be precise. They have to be very definite looking. So that's why it's good to have a bunch of these, really. And I do have a lot of them that have built up over years. Okay, so there are my Archie and Jughead minions. What do you think? Did I do okay? Are they Archie and Jughead enough? Or do they need more? You want to see Betty and Veronica minions? That'll be a challenge. What other minion mashups would you like me to do? If you let me know your ideas. Put them in the comments section below. I hope you dug this. If you did, please click like. Please let me know. If you hated this, please let me know too. But click like anyway. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified. Make sure, if you think you're subscribed, make sure you are subscribed. I keep hearing these horror stories about people being unsubscribed secretly. So check your subscription. Make sure you're in there. So thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you'll come back for my next video. More videos are coming up a couple times a week, so keep checking back. Watch for those notifications. And thanks a lot, everybody. Keep drawing. Keep drawing. Bye-bye, guys.